Everything was going well until the second night. The first day and night had passed uneventfully. I spent my time reading, fishing in a nearby creek, and just relaxing by the campfire. But around midnight of the second night, I woke up to a strange sounds outside my tent. It wasn't particularly loud, but it was so out of place, it immediately pulled me from my half-asleep state. The sound was a soft clinking, like metal against metal. I sat up and listened carefully, trying to make out what it could be. Maybe animals rummaging through my gear, I thought, trying to soothe myself. Despite my initial reluctance, I unzipped the tent door and peered out cautiously. My flashlight beam sliced through the darkness, revealing nothing unusual at first, just my gear and the still surrounding forest. But as my beam moved further out, it hit something that made me freeze. There was a figure standing at the edge of my camp. They were barely visible just beyond the boundary of my campfire's light on the other side of a narrow patch of forest. I couldn't see their face or any details about them. All I could discern was that they were there, motionless and silent, at the edge of the clearing. My mind raced. I wanted to call out, to ask if they were lost or needed help, but fear clamped my voice and I held my breath instead. Who could it be? Another camper, perhaps? It was unlikely, given how remote I was, and I hadn't encountered anyone on my way in. A surge of paranoia gripped me. What if they were out here for less than friendly reasons? I motioned to the bear spray clipped to my pack, and slowly, cautiously, moved to be within reach of it. The figure didn't move. They just stood there as though observing me. After what felt like an eternity, but was probably only a few minutes, they turned slowly and walked back into the woods, vanishing into the darkness. I didn't sleep much that night, every noise amplified tenfold in the silence. Morning finally broke, but I didn't linger. I packed up swiftly, paranoia making my fingers clumsy. As I retraced my steps back to the trailhead, every crunch of leaves seemed louder than necessary. The echoes creating shadows of imagined pursuers in my mind. Reflecting back on it now, I can't shake the feeling that it was more than just a random encounter. The solitude I once cherished in solo trips feels tainted now, threaded with a darker reality. The awareness that I might not truly be alone, no matter how isolated I believed myself to be. Since then, my approach to camping has changed drastically. I plan more thorough check-ins, update friends with my location regularly, and opt for areas with at least some proximity to other campers. Despite all this, the wilderness doesn't feel as welcoming as it once did. There's something about staring into the deep woods and knowing there are lives moving unseen just as you are. It strips away a layer of comfort I never realized I had. There's a new respect, a deeper caution for the space between the trees where light doesn't reach and the night feels alive. I suppose, in a way, the wilderness has become a truer reflection of life itself, unpredictably wild and unapologetically indifferent. While I still long for the serene disconnect camping provides, I now recognize, more starkly, the hidden undercurrents I once blissfully ignored.